Hey up, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing alright. Sorry if you hear any banging noises in this video. I'm recording it on bonfire night like the genius I am, so I'm having to record it in single sentences because I keep getting interrupted by fireworks. Anyway, I decided to do a little cast video showing these outfits for fall or autumn, whatever you call this time of year. I actually planned for this video to come out about a month ago, but I didn't want to post in October seeing as I were doing builds for spooky season. So I'm doing it now, but this sim's already up on the gallery if you want to download her. Her name is actually Autumn, not a very creative name, but I think it suits her. And these outfits are of course made without CC, and I made her outfits with limited packs as well. Full details of them will be in the description. So yeah, hope you like them. I'm not amazing at cast, I'll be honest. I'm not like super fashionable as a person. I've been wearing basically the same clothes for years and the same sort of like style. I usually just wear like a pair of trousers or man fit jeans, Dorks, Vans or Converse, and then like the same denim jacket every single day and the odd hoodie when it's cold. So yeah, I find it hard to dress my Sims. So what I tend to do is look on Pinterest for like outfit ideas. And I did the same here, and I also looked on like clothing websites like ASOS, and I looked on New Look and Zara as well because I figured that they'd be somewhat up to date with stuff like clothes and that. I don't know. I didn't really like follow any trend or like anything like in particular for this video. I just made what looked like comfy and warm outfits. And then there's outfits which aren't as warm looking, but they're in a particular like colour scheme. So like the party wear clothes are very autumnal colours, and the formal outfit I think looks like it could be worn in autumn as well. And then for the makeup I kept it quite soft, but also used like warm tones for the eyes, and she only wears like 2 shades of lipstick, like a nude shade and then like a deep burgundy colour. And this sim is actually one of my favourite sims that I've made, I think. I think she turned out really pretty, and I think I'm going to do a house for her as well because at the minute she just lives on an empty lot in Newcrest and I want to build a home for her. She's an aspiring author and she's also creative, loves the outdoors, and she also loves to read as well. And I think that she would also be quite into fashion, but she's also quite practical, so she dresses for weather, especially being like an outdoorsy sim. I haven't set her likes and dislikes. To be fair, I haven't really used that feature at all, but then again I don't really make sims and play with them that often, so I don't really see the point. Usually when I make sims I'm making them for screenshot purposes, and I don't really play with actual gameplay these days. I've not even tried like the new scenarios out yet either, but I've heard they're quite short, like it doesn't take much time to do them. I really hope that they bring out like interesting ones, because the ones that we've got to start with I don't think they're all that unique. I want to see something like fun and different and like a cool idea or challenge. But yeah, let me know what you think to them. I'm going to do them over the weekend I think, just to get my thoughts on them, and then I can share them with you all. But yeah, if you've played with the scenarios, let me know what you think and if you like them or not. Also, Wi-Fi update. Maybe I probably shouldn't even share this because it makes me seem like a right twat, but if you're caught up on stuff with like my videos and that, basically my Wi-Fi in the office, which is upstairs, weren't good at all. Like the download speed were like 3 meg at max, average were about 800 kilobytes. And for comparison's sake, the rest of the house gets like 34 meg download speed. So we had the service provider send an engineer out and everything looked fine. The fellow were really nice actually, but he were basically like, I don't know what it is. And I don't want to say it's your computer, but I think it might be your computer. So we moved the computer downstairs, like well the guy did it, he like carried it down. Moved it downstairs and it was working fine. Like the signal was good, no issues whatsoever. So he was saying that he thought there was a problem with like the network card and maybe there was an issue with it, and I'd need to contact the company that I bought the PC from. And he said something that stood out to me, and I'll get to that in a second. So after he'd gone, I'm scratching my head at that point, and I'm stressing about the fact that I'll have to call the company up, see what's going on with that, don't know how long that's going to take. It's less than a year old, like, so I've got like 3 years parts and labour on it, like warranty and everything. So I'm thinking, right, well they'll send someone out, but who knows when that will be. Then the thing that the engineer said like popped into my head, and he mentioned an aerial. So basically he was like, I'm not into PCs, I don't have one, but when I've seen them, they usually have like an aerial on the back, and I wonder if that's the problem. So I'm thinking, well I did get this like white thing, but there's no instructions that like mention what it is, and I didn't even know what it was for. And usually all that stuff's on inside, right? like the wireless network stuff, all that's internal, surely. So I got that white thing that looks like the sensor that comes with the Nintendo Wii, and I sent a picture of it to my friend, and they know like all about computers and stuff, and they were like, yeah, that's the antenna. And basically it needed connecting to the computer at the back. So I'm like, oh right. But in the instructions it doesn't say about that, so how do they expect like the average person to know? Like, I'm a millennial, I know like how to use computers and that, like I'd say my knowledge on them is above average, but I've never like built one, and I don't get what all the individual parts do apart from the basics. Like I know about graphics cards and what the processor does and all that sort of thing, but like the average person wouldn't know much more beyond that. Well, average person would have probably read the instructions properly, and I'm not the average person, am I? So I did read the instructions, but in typical ADHD fashion, I skimmed over them because instructions are boring, and I didn't read them properly. Funnily enough, I'm actually the same with like tutorials for like games and like assembly instructions for furniture. I'm just like, oh, I know what I'm doing, I don't need a lesson on how to do this. So I've just skimmed over the lot and obviously missed the part where it tells you to connect the antenna to the back panel of the PC, which you need for Wi-Fi. So that was the problem. So anyway, sorted all that, so now I've got a good connection. Not the first time I've made a daft mistake like that, won't be last. But with that good news out the way, we are at the end of the video, so I really hope that you like these outfits. I hope I did a decent job. Like I said, I'm not massively into fashion, but I like how this one turned out. I think she looks nice. She's available on the gallery, like I said, if you'd like to download her as well. Also, I'll link the mods that I use for Cass as well if you're wondering about those. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like on it. I really appreciate it. It took me a lot to record considering there's fireworks going off every 5 seconds. But yeah, I hope that you all have a lovely weekend, and I'll see you next week. Bye.